Hello, I'm Angela Elston, and this is a presentation for Assignment 2 on effective technology integration, addressing challenges and implementation. So, for our introduction and context of our problem scenario, technology integration in education represents a significant investment. The parents at a school are concerned about a lack of measurable outcomes after 2 years. Their key metrics of concern were that graduation rates, dropout rates, attendance, and standardized test scores remained the same after 2 years after implementation. The school underwent a complete technology infrastructure renovation 2 years prior. Their question posed was the taxpayer investment worthwhile? So I'm seeking to answer that question. So first of all, we have to understand technology integration. So there are three primary categories of educational technology used according to Einen and Lowther in 2009. One is technology for instructional preparation. The second is technology for instructional delivery. And the third is technology as a learning tool. So this school system revamped all of that. So, effective integration requires consideration of training requirements, ongoing professional development. The most significant barrier to technology integration can be teacher characteristics and perceptions. Teachers need ongoing training and support for technology integration to be effective. So, the most significant barrier that I identified was just the teacher preparedness for the integration. So, insufficient integration time is an external factor that we had. So, benefits of technology integration emerge gradually, they don't happen overnight. Teachers need time to experiment with tools and plan transformative uses. 2 years may be insufficient to measure impact on key metrics. And stakeholders often expect immediate results, according to Merle and Spector from 2022 from our text. So, really looking at this, giving 2 years from the time of implementation to measure and expect to see change is really not a very long time. Whenever you're considering that they completely rehold all of their technology in this school system, more time is needed for those changes to be seen and measured. So the next one is an external factor, the limited access and support as well. That's another barrier. Even award-winning educators face resource limitations. Support gaps create implementation challenges. So whenever there's not enough support, then teachers cannot implement the technology appropriately. Technical problems impede consistent integration, and so that again goes back to if they don't have enough support with the technology, with the new technology, then they're not going to have a consistent integration. Professional development shortfalls slow adoption rates as well. And this is one area that I saw in the research coming from teachers and researchers that was one of the things that was most impactful was suggested that more professional development is needed for teachers to be successful in technology integration. So, internal factors, teacher factors. Teacher characteristics affecting integration are things like years of teaching experience, their age, their computer proficiency, technology beliefs, and readiness to use technology. So, all of these factors were studied in by Einen and Lowther, and they found that teacher readiness is most strongly associated with successful integration. So, really looking at teacher readiness to use the technology can be the most impactful to make sure that they're able to integrate technology into their daily teaching and learning. Another internal factor are student factors. Of course, we have to consider that we also have students in the room besides just teachers. So some of the barriers that we saw with student factors were distractibility during technology use, age and developmental readiness, limited technology skills, motivation levels, technology misuse tendencies, engagement issues such as boredom, and academic integrity concerns like cheating. So sometimes there needs to be a cultural shift in how technology is perceived for learning, and student perceptions significantly impact the integration success as well. So, one thing that I noticed was that student and teacher characteristics and perceptions influence each other. So, really, if you give the teachers a good, strong foundation in learning these technologies, hopefully they'll be able to implement them in engaging and innovative ways. And they're are very positive and ready to roll that out to students. And hopefully that will, help the students' perception and attitudes as well. So, some implementation factors for success. Critical elements for effective integration. You must remove access barriers for all teachers and students, so everyone should have access to the technology. It shouldn't just be all in maybe like one teacher's room and other teachers have to come and borrow from it. Like they all should have access to the same resources. Providing comprehensive technical support is another element for effective integration. So teachers really need technical support to use these new learning technologies. And then delivering ongoing professional development may be the most critical element for effective integration. Teachers often feel unprepared and unsupported when trying to use new technology. And so it's really important that we work on improving professional development. Technologies often fail when substantial support services are unavailable, according to Moral Inspector from our text. So, the relationship integration factors. External factors directly support internal factors. So, if there's inadequate or adequate integration time, we'll have improved teacher and student perceptions. If there's sufficient access and support, we'll have enhanced technology use by both teachers and students. Internal factors influence each other. So, as I was talking about earlier, the teacher investment will lead to student engagement. Student engagement will lead to teacher motivation. So, we need to have mutually positive perceptions to have effective technology in use. And now we come to my concept map. So at the top, I have effective technology integration, and we can see that external and internal factors influence the successful integration of technology. So on the left, I have external factors such as time for integration to occur and access to technology and support. So sufficient time for integration and access to technology and support impact teachers and students' characteristics and perceptions. So these are these external factors, and as you can see in the concept map, they have arrows leading over to the internal factors. So they are directly impacting teachers' individual characteristics and perceptions and students' individual characteristics and perceptions. And also, teachers and students' characteristics and perspectives impact each other both negatively and positively. So if they are having a positive experience, they will impact each other in those ways. And so, really, you have to have both external and internal factors all met so that there are no barriers to effective technology integration. So, conclusions. Technology integration requires significant time for measurable impact. 2 years is likely insufficient to evaluate program effectiveness. So, some recommendations that I would make is to conduct a teacher readiness assessment. Make sure that teachers are ready to use the technology, see how they're doing with it, and you'll find out a lot of information that can really help correct if there is a barrier with that. Um, Identify specific implementation barriers. Target support for educators needing assistance. So, as you find, if you're surveying teachers and you're finding that some still are needing more support and more for professional development, then you can target the ones who need help. and get that support to them. Continue professional development programs in the school and keep that ongoing. And it'll also allow more time before judging the investment value. So, just more time is needed to see if the program is effective. And here are my references if you need to look at them or are interested in any of them. Thank you so much.